Ever wonder why everyday stuff like phones, shoes, or even groceries cost more than they used to? Well, part of the answer might be something called tariffs. They sound like something only politicians and economists care about. But in reality, tariffs can quietly make you broke. Let me explain. A tariff is basically a tax on imported goods. So, if a US company wants to bring in shoes, electronics, or even steel from another country, the government steps in and says, cool, but you have to pay a tax for that. It's often called a 20%, 25%, or even higher tariff, depending on the item and where it's from. But here's the kicker, that cost doesn't stay with the importer. It gets passed straight to you, the buyer. The result? You end up paying more for the same stuff. Let's say you're shopping for a new laptop. It would normally cost $1,000, but because some components were imported and hit with tariffs, the price jumps to $1,100 or more. That's extra money out of your pocket, not the company's. And it's not just laptops. Sneakers, phone chargers, washing machines, car parts, even food packaging. If it's imported, there's a chance it's been taxed through tariffs. Companies don't just absorb that cost. They raise prices across the board. Your grocery bill climbs, your online orders total more, and suddenly your budget is stretched thinner than ever. But it doesn't stop at what you pay. If tariffs make it too expensive to import materials, some companies cut jobs to stay afloat, or worse, shut down entirely. And if another country gets hit with US tariffs, guess what? They often respond with tariffs of their own targeting US exports like soybeans, cars, or machinery. That hurts American farmers, factories, and small businesses who suddenly can't sell abroad. It's called a trade war, and while politicians argue, regular people suffer the economic fallout. Tariffs are often sold as a way to protect local jobs or punish unfair foreign practices, and in some cases, that might work for a while. But more often, the real cost lands squarely on consumers and small businesses. It's not about making another country pay. You pay. With higher prices, fewer choices, and less stability in your job or business. So next time you hear that the government is raising tariffs to win a trade war, pause for a second. That might sound strong, even patriotic. But behind the scenes, your grocery bill, your job security, and your savings could be taking the hit. Tariffs don't just tax goods, they tax you. And most of the time, you won't even see it coming.